Hi, thanks for staying with us on PSL Living. I'm Jenny Groh. There's lots of great events for people of all ages coming up at the Port St. Lucie Botanical Gardens. With us, we have two board members with the Friends of the Port St. Lucie Botanical Gardens, Illona Christie and Dianne Aguiar. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You have been very busy already. You are off to a very busy start this season. Let's talk first about events for younger aged.
Well, I'm in charge of educational series, and we have them two different ones for children, and we also have an adult series.
Okay.
The adult series, we just had a great speaker, John Nelson, from he's a National Geographic contributor, and he spoke about birds of Florida. It was a big success. The next one coming up is going to be an expert on roses in our area, which is going to be very popular because a lot of people think we can't grow great roses here, but we can.
Right.
And after that, we'll have such events as rare plants that can grow in our area, bees as pollinators, flower photography,
right.
Orchids, hibiscus. We have really just about any topic you're interested in.
Okay, great. And those are about monthly?
We will have them the middle of every month on a Tuesday night.
Okay, perfect.
From 7 to 9, so please stay in tune with the events from Port St. Lucie, and you'll see us there.
Right, and those are the Master Naturalist lectures, and those are completely free and open to the public?
Absolutely, yes. Free to the public and run by the County Master Naturalists, which are affiliated with the University of Florida. And we have great experts in that group, plus we have a lot of people that we pull from the University of Florida to give lectures.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Now the kids, there's a free event for them as well.
Yes, we have two free events. We started with one group, and we found that the younger ones and the older ones weren't compatible.
Okay.
The older ones, the middle school kids, are like little sponges, and they take in all the info we give them, and then they have a million questions.
Right.
So they are the middle of the month on a Saturday from 11 to 12 every month. Look on the website. You'll see we prefer that you call and register the children.
Right, just so you have an idea of how many.
So we know if we should expect 50 or 100.
Okay.
And then at the end of the last Saturday of the month, we have the kids group, which are the 4 to 8-year-olds.
Okay.
And we, of course, have crafts and little tours, and we try and introduce them, and we've got some really popular events for them. They love the ladybug releases, they love the scavenger hunts, and then we make little crafts, and we always have ice cream.
That's great.
So all the children's events are free to the public. Please bring your children and look on the website for the dates. It's the middle Saturday and the end Saturday, depending upon the age group.
Okay.
And
gotcha.
We prefer if you call and just give us some idea.
Absolutely.
But don't let that stop you. Bring all the kids.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's great information. And Dianne, you're also with the Friends of the Port St. Lucie Botanical Gardens. Lots going on. You also have a big plant sale coming up.
We have a two-day plant sale coming up February 7th and 8th. We plan to have about 50 vendors doing plants, crafts, things like that. A couple of nonprofits. So we're looking forward to doing it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and you have a whole propagation area as well. So you'll be selling your own stuff?
As long as we don't interfere with the other vendors are selling,
Absolutely.
we will be selling our products too.
Absolutely, but your propagation area is always
It's large, and it enlarges more and more every month.
Absolutely, and it's all native stuff. It's all stuff that you grow right there in the gardens?
Right. Everything's done right in the gardens.
That's really cool
We're
too, because I
excited about
imagine, you know, if people are kind of going through the gardens, walking around, they see something, they can actually shop and say, hey, I like this plant, I'd like to take it home.
And we always have a master gardener or a master naturalist on property, so that if somebody needs to ask a question, they come right inside and ask. And they'll go out with them and actually tell them what it's all about.
That's great. And again, you are all volunteers, is that right?
Yes.
Everyone there is a volunteer?
Everyone is a volunteer.
If people are interested, Illona, in volunteering, do they contact you?
Yes, call the gardens or send us an email or just stop in. And myself or one of us from the board are usually there, and we would be very happy to sit down with anyone, do a little interview, figure out what your interests are.
Right.
I've got about 10 different areas that I need volunteers in, from office work to potting plants, weeding, coming up with brochure making, lots of administrative possibilities, plus we have a fabulous gift shop.
Okay.
If you like to dabble around in retail and play with the jewelry and the pictures and the
Right.
books, come on in.
Right.
We'll have time for you. Make it in your schedule. We're not open Mondays and Tuesdays, but from Wednesday to Sunday, please stop in, enjoy the garden,
Right.
take a walk around. If you've got a super stressful time, come to the garden
Yes.
and it'll all go away.
It is. It's very nice. It's very quiet, very calming atmosphere. I know you do Tai Chi classes there as well. Is that right,
Every
Diane?
Wednesday we do Tai Chi, two
wow.
classes from 10:30 till quarter of 11, and then again from 12 to quarter of 1.
Very cool. And that's right in the main building
Right in the
there.
main building, yes.
All the windows surrounding, you've got beautiful views
We
out
have
of every
a
window.
great view. We do a lot of events there too. We do a lot of weddings, anniversaries, birthday parties,
Right.
bridal showers. It's great
That's
there.
great. And now I imagine it's season for
Yeah,
those
we're
kinds
in
of things.
season.
or-
We're really busy
You're kind of
now.
always in season, aren't
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Now, we gave a lot of information. There's a lot of dates and times and activities and events. How can people find out more or keep in touch with what's going on at the gardens, Diane?
Well, we have a website, PSLBotanicalGardens.org. All you have to do is go into it. The calendar pops right up, or it pops up and you can go into a calendar.
Okay.
Our newsletter is always on the first page, so it tells you all kinds of events that we're doing that through the newsletter. And it will tell you the room rentals and everything you want to know about the garden. The website is greatly managed. We're on Facebook now.
Oh, that's
that will
great.
actually take you right to our website also.
That's great. And that it's a monthly e-newsletter and it's free?
It's a monthly newsletter. It's free. If you would like to sign up for it, all you have to do is go to info@pslbotanicalgardens.org and put your name in, and we will start sending you a newsletter.
Okay. If any parents out there would like to pre-register for those kids' events, they call the gardens?
They call the gardens.
Okay, what's the number?
772-337-1959.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And we have that information, all of that information you just mentioned, links from
Right.
our website as well. So if you go to cityofpsl.com, there's an icon up at the top of the screen that says Botanical Gardens. Click on that, and that can take you directly to all
Yes.
that information
Yes.
as well. So, boy, lots of stuff coming up. And again, the next kids event is January 31st. It's a
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes,
Okay.
from 11 to 12. And that's the younger children, 4 to 8. And please bring your children, and obviously you're going to stay yourself. And we'll do a little talk, a little tour in the garden, pointing out different nature areas that kids should start become acclimated to.
Okay.
Then we do a little craft and some ice cream. And
Sounds good to me.
the kids, we almost can't get them to leave. They want to stay and they want to run outside, and it's a great time in those early age groups to start getting your children interested in nature.
Definitely.
And getting them interested in bugs and flowers,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and there's
get 'em
such
outside.
curiosity. Yes,
Get them out of the house.
outside.
Absolutely.
Yes, out of the house and to the gardens. And not only for children, it's a great place. It's very surprising how many times we'll have someone come in on almost on a weekly basis, 2 or 3, saying we've just moved to the area.
Right.
Don't know anything about what we can grow down
Right.
here. We're from Wisconsin.
What can we
We're-
grow?
Yep. Help me. And besides that, whatever you're interested in nature-wise, whether it's orchids or roses, we have 2 garden clubs meeting there. We have Orchid Club, bromeliads, hibiscus.
Yeah, roses.
Yeah, whatever
Everything.
you're interested in. Plus, if you're a fisherman, the anglers meet there also.
Okay.
So come to the gardens, look at the schedule, and you'll be able to come to some of these meetings and get more knowledge and maybe
Right.
impart some of your own.
Right.
But certainly you can learn about how to grow things in this
Absolutely.
this climate as opposed to your limited climate up north.
Absolutely.
So it's really fun to get a newbie and say, yes, you can grow tomatoes in the winter in Florida, and they look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
possible.
it's definitely very, very helpful to a lot of people.
That's great. That's great. Well, we'll let you get back to the gardens. We know that there's so much going on over there, and it's always changing, and new events are being added all the time.
She didn't tell you about a photography class that's coming up.
Oh, photography.
Oh, yes, we have, the Master Naturalists are having a photography contest.
Oh.
And if you go to our website, you can access that and all the particulars. And we will be displaying for 2, almost 3 weeks in the gardens in the first 2-3 weeks in March.
Okay.
The photographs, and then we will have an award ceremony.
Great.
So please, if you are a photographer, please come to the garden and take pictures.
There you
but,
go.
check the website for the Master Naturalists, and you will be able to learn on how to get into that program.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And again, go to that website, sign up for the e-newsletter, check out the calendar so you can keep up with all of this great information. Well, again, thank you so much for being here, Dianne Aguiar and Illona Christie. Keep up the good work over there, girls.
Thank you for
All right,
having us.
we'll let you get back. Thank you. Just
Thank
stay
you.
right there for
Thank
1
you.
second. I know you're so excited to get back. Just stay right there. And we'll be right back after these messages.